up, everybody? MagicRaceNews.com here to watch the Grade 1 Haskell Stakes. And if you're not excited about this race, you're following the wrong sport. This is an exciting Grade 1 $1 million purse for 3-0 horses going a mile and an eighth. This is a Breeders' Cup win, and you're in for the Classic. And because of that, and because we are going back to where are we going to be at this year? We're going to be back at Keeneland. Let's go ahead. Magic's going to pull off his Rushing Fall Keeneland Breeders' Cup hat from 2020. So, all right, let's talk about this field real quick as they're about to go to the gate. Right there, you see on the screen the 7-horse Jack Christopher, 3-5 favorite, still holding steady at that price. Wow, for good reason. Chad Brown, forget the horse for a second. Chad Brown just won the last 4 races, all graded stakes races, all with Flavien Prat aboard. Flavien Prat does not have a mount in the Haskell. Jose Ortiz is going to ride, but Jose Ortiz has been Jack Christopher's only jockey through his entire career, and what a career it has been for this horse. All one-turn starts, but he's undefeated, winning all 4 of them. Most recently, the Grade 1 Woody Stevens Stakes, going 7 furlongs below him, but he has never gone longer than a mile. He's never tried to go 2 turns. So a couple of big question marks for him. He is also a son of Munnings, who is a champion sire for sprinters. So we'll see what happens here. It's also worth noting his dam did not win at 2 turns, and neither older sibling to race won at 2 turns. So Jack Christopher going to have to overcome the odds. Monmouth Park has been playing extremely fast on the dirt. We saw a track record get set earlier today in the Grade 3 Monmouth Cup, which also is a mile and an eighth dirt route race. So when this race is over, we're going to compare these horses with those older horses, because we're looking at the older division in the Breeders' Cup Classic, and we'll see how the times and the buyers compare. There you see the 2 Taiba, who is making his return for Bob Baffert. This horse was an unbelievable debut winner, Santa Anita Derby winner, second career start, the first horse in history to win the historic Santa Anita Derby and start number 2. Kentucky Derby, listen, you can make a lot of excuses for it. The matter of the fact is, the horse sat 3 lengths off of an historically fast pace, the second fastest Kentucky Derby in history, and he fell apart just like the horses that were all in front of him did. It was all horses that came in. Remember, Rich Strike was in the parking lot at one point to win that race, it seemed like. So forgive him for that. Taiba at 2-1 to me is the value play here. Jack Christopher might be easily the most talented horse purely from a talent perspective in this 3-year-old crop, but too many questions going 2 turns. Taiba, we know he can handle 2 turns. We know he can do a mile and an eighth. That clicking sound you heard was me punching in my bet on Taiba to win. I just wanted to see how the odds would change if they did, going 0 minutes to post. If you want a little bit of a price shot, and the one horse that I'm actually worried about, almost bet as well, on the rail, Cyberknife, holding steady at 7-1. He's a 6-1 morning line, 8-1 dip for a moment there. But a horse who, if you like Taiba, scratch off the Kentucky Derby, really done nothing wrong in his life. He did have that big clunker in the Grade 3 Lecomte, but Brad Cox scratched his head and said he couldn't figure out what happened, and it's really the only other clunker, aside from the Kentucky Derby, and can't call that a clunker anyway. So Cyberknife here, 6-1 morning line, 7-1, definitely the value play. The cross country pick 5 that Mike Somich and I did for the Magic Mike show. I went with Taiba and Cyberknife here, but Taiba is the pick. The bet for me at 2-1. Remember, this is the Bob Baffert has won 9 times. That's a lot more than any other trainer. He's also won this 7 times with the favorite. The last 7 times he had the favorite, he won this. Taiba will not be the favorite. It is going to be Jack Christopher if we can get all the horses into the gate. Got a little bit of a straggler there. Looks like the local horse, Benevengo, who had that really nice Gates Wire win going a mile and the 16th in Monmouth Park last time out. Watch what happens here. Ooh, who just got a little funky there? I want to say that was the 3-horse. It's a little hard to see from the way I'm watching it here. It looked like a one-time Willer. A good turf sprinter going 7 furlongs against New York breds. We'll see what he does in the Haskell, but we got everybody settled. We're off. Good break. Jack Christopher, the curiosity was going to be who would go to the lead and set the pace, because Taiba likes the lead. You see, he's forwardly placed. Jack Christopher is not a need the lead type, even though he went 1 turn. He's trying to make it hard for the 8 Benevengo, who's going to cross over. This is going to get interesting. Taiba's got clear inside position inside of Taiba. Benevengo is going to lead. This is exciting. This is a little different than the United Nations Stakes. If you saw that race, by this point, I thought it was over because Trivivan had that lead. But here we go, 23.5. They went pretty quick there. If you bet Jack Christopher, you are very happy, because this is exactly where he sits every time that he wins, going 1 turn. So you have no excuse. He broke cleanly. He crossed over cleanly. He's stalking cleanly, not getting any kickback. Taiba's going to be inside the rail there. You've got howling time, by the way, there and on the outside as well. Let's see if he plays a factor. From watching the dirt today at Monmouth Park, you didn't need to be on the lead, but you did need to be close. You need to be forward, heading into the turn, especially going 2 turns here. You want to be on there. So here we go. Jack Christopher makes the move. Howling time goes with him. Cyberknife is right there trying to go. Taiba's not going. Taiba's going. Well, Taiba's going. He's going off the rail. We'll see if Taiba can keep up with them. Mike Smith, oh boy. I just saw Mike Smith lower his ears like you see some horses doing. Holy smokes. Here we go. Jack Christopher's got the lead, and Taiba is loaded. Look out. There he goes. Taiba going on by Jack Christopher. Holy cow, Cyberknife on the rail. Holy cow, Cyberknife on the rail. Cyberknife on the rail is going to win the Grade 1 Haskell Stakes. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. By the way, that cross-country pick 5 bet that I made just got real interesting right there. Holy smokes. Look at that final time. Look at that final time. 11.99 seconds for the final 8th. And Cyberknife was not leading at the mile marker or at the 8th pole there. Holy smokes. That was fast. That was an awesome, awesome effort there. So here's why I like Cyberknife. I get a chance to talk about it. The prep race, the local prep race for the Haskell Stakes is the Pegasus Stakes. Brad Cox won that race with a horse named Homebrew. Homebrew's still training. Homebrew is not like, it's not like he won the race and they had to take time off and, well, Brad Cox decided to put this horse in instead. No, Homebrew's in training. He's training just as along as Cyberknife was. Brad Cox put Cyberknife in here instead of, he could have put Homebrew in here too. No, he put Cyberknife in here. Florent Giroux rode masterfully. Wow. That was, now, I bet Taiba, you heard me clicking in. I'm going to have to watch that trip back on him because I got a little lost in the shuffle. It looked to me like Mike Smith had to take back on the rail and move out and then, try and circle around. And in doing so, that allowed Cyberknife to get the jump on him. Cyberknife came up the rail and Taiba didn't when Taiba had the rail. And that's why I want to watch this replay. And this is why it's important to watch race replays. But I want to go back and check that. Jack Christopher fades to 3rd. I really thought Jack Christopher might actually finish off the board here. I thought if he doesn't win, he's not going to get the job done. I just forgot who else was in the race. Howling Time got 4th. The fact that Howling Time got 4th in that race tells you all you need to know about finishers 4 through 8 in that field. So that's where I'm at. Cyberknife, man, let's talk about him some more. The Grade 1 Arkansas Derby winner, the Grade 3 Met Win Stakes winner. Brad Cox had said all Derby Trail season, if he had a Derby Trail horse, it was Cyberknife. Son of Gunrunner gets the win in the Haskell, and it's not Taiba, it's Cyberknife. He's also out of a dam by Flower Alley. Flower Alley was very good at producing at 2 turns on dirt. I'm trying to think. He won the Salvatore Mile in Monmouth Park, won the Traverse and the Jim Dandy when he was a 3-year-old. So plenty of 2-turn stamina there. And Gunrunner won the Breeders' Cup Classic when he was a 4-year-old. And Brad Cox knows how to train horses. Oh, boy. Cyberknife just entered the Breeders' Cup Classic picture in a major way. Now, we talked about that time. It was 146.25, and I said it's very important to compare this with the Monmouth Cup Stakes earlier. It's the other 1 1/8 race on dirt, and it's older horses, and some of them could go to the Breeders' Cup Classic. Highly Motivated was over a second slower. He finished in 146.53. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not over a quarter of a second. I did the math. I thought it was 145. Point being, Cyberknife finished that race faster than the Monmouth Cup winner, and he's a 3-year-old. He's an improving 3-year-old with Brad Cox on his side. That was awesome. This is going to make for some fun conversations moving forward. I mean, do you send him to the Traverse? The Traverse is a month away. Do you go to the Traverse? And you've got, we've got the Jim Dandy next week to worry about, so you see who comes out of that. But right now, Zandon, Epicenter, early voting, Mo Donegal, Rich Strike in the Traverse. And now you could add Cyberknife into that. You could add Nest into that. We saw her dominate the CCA Oaks at Saratoga Mountain on 8th. And I mean, do they go to the Alabama with her, or do they go to, you know what, after seeing this, I might, in the Jim Dandy next week, I might say, let's just go to the Alabama. Oh boy. Cyberknife. The more I think about it, the more I think that was pretty darn impressive. But I'd love to hear from you. Tell me below in the comments, what did you think about this race? Did you bet Cyberknife? Did you have Taiba or Jack Christopher? Where should those horses go next? I think Taiba, a good rebound effort from the Kentucky Derby. We know where he is at, and he belongs in the upper echelon of these 3-year-olds. And Jack Christopher, best one-turn horse in the entire crop, is my opinion. Tell me yours down below. Leave a like before you leave. Make sure you subscribe to the Racing Dudes YouTube channel and visit us at racingdudes.com for free picks for every race, every track around the country. Until next time, see you at the track.